My fellow Sierra Leoneans, on this 11th day of April 2024, I bring una another edition of Lewe Fix Salone, episode number 4. This episode number 4, we can address the issues the way we rural areas and chiefdoms across Sierra Leone they face as it relates to our health crisis in Salone. I could start by saying being a Sierra Leonean who cares is very exhausting. Because when you think you are seeing the light for one issue, 20 more issues they show and magnify themselves in manner that is so disturbing that all you could do now for cry for Sierra Leone. Some of you may have seen a video going around about a pregnant woman when they put the hammock in Falaba district in the middle of the night at 1 o'clock before the day of Eid al-Mubarak, which was April 9th going into April 10th, where did they take and go because, let's say, the area, the town, or the village not get a medical center. And I will let you watch the video for yourself, and then I will run my commentary.
Yeah, so this Nigeria Moria, na a pregnancy woman now carry so we would go Nigeria because of lack of medical center. Now with the strain, a belly woman now would work out so. From here to Iraya would work out by foot. We not get no ambulance where they come for them. Now pass work out for good day. Health center no day. We not even get secure policy with a medical. With the help in at this store. So they let the government see, look at the majority where they work at this night. Today, na inside Ira Mora, and they would so. Now the kind of way they happen inside Mora and this so. Now Beleuma and I would travel it so. By this 1 o'clock at night, wait man for B, pray day. And today we dey inside this kind pain and agony. We are with the beg on behalf of the government and other humanitarian bodies. They will not see to the strain and the pain. What them family they take. And the belly woman and the go so. Look at the people them where they go there for go left Nigeria for the health center. Do you allow not see to this pain?
Now that you've watched the video, I'm going to share with you another document. We highlight exactly the issues that we face. So someone will ask whether this is current or authentic, but as soon as I listen at the video, the people they talk about the day before Ramadan or Eid al-Mubarak, and they ask for help. A journalist by the name of Amadou Lamrana Ba tweet this information where they share with her. And it reads, with the help of a colleague in Falaba, I have verified this video and it's indeed from somewhere in Falaba district. I spoke to a senior health official at the Falaba government hospital who confirmed that a 37-year-old woman who arrived at the hospital on Wednesday, 10 April 2024, at around 4 a.m., was referred to them from a peripheral health unit where she arrived on a hammock. She had some complications after home delivery was attempted, but was able to deliver the baby. who died a few hours before she arrived at the hospital. She is, however, in stable condition and will be discharged later. He said the person I spoke to confirmed that they almost always have similar cases with pregnant women who arrive late at the hospital. Thank you, Amadou Lamrana Ba, for your journalistic work, and may God bless you for the work we do for Sierra Leone. See, as I stated, being a Sierra Leonean is very exhaustive. With a fight push, I could imagine what the youths and the people of Sierra Leone are going through on the ground. But before I move on to go into my presentation of frustration, now let us look at the time frame. At the time they recorded the video, somebody stated it was 1 a.m. Let me repeat that, it was 1 a.m. And we don't know how much time they don't take for Waka from the point at which they said it was 1 a.m. And it looked like they've already been on the journey. But let us assume that's when it started, 1 a.m. According to Lamranaba, they referred them at 4 a.m. I mean, you're talking about 3 hours of walking in the dark, the Falaba district. Probably they have to go over the mountains, across the creek, over rivers, on dust roads, on dark roads. Probably nobody not take water safe where they go. Nobody not take heat. And this pregnant woman, the wrapper, na hammock, carried by 2 people. You know, I can't even believe what is happening in Sierra Leone. Even the people in the protectorate before colonialization did better. Because at that time, they may get their midwives the way they know, say, you don't get for toot somebody in a hammock wrapper, like sausage. Belle woman for that matter. 37-year-old, high-risk pregnancy. You know, first of all, before I start my frustration, venting, let me start with our politicians. APC, SLPP are all failed governments, past and present. Let me repeat that. APC and SLPP, you people are failed Sierra Leoneans to the nth degree. Both parties should be really ashamed to even exist in Sierra Leone. We should be ashamed to even exist. You know, let us take it post-Civil War. Let us say the Civil War decimate existing structures that we have in Sierra Leone. But let us just take it post-Civil War. SLPP don't rule for 16 years post-Civil War. APC don't rule for 11 years post-Civil War. Probably Tijan Kaba, let's give him the benefit of the doubt that when he came back, he inherited a destructive structure that hampered development. But let's look at Rwanda. When we washed past Sierra Leone, and I could tell you that in all rural villages of Rwanda, they get a clinic and a midwife and some form of structured medical system. Let's put Tijan Kaba and Eskroma and the APC government For 11 years, the APC Minde na power. In Falaba, I mean, it's a mind-blowing how incompetent, reckless, and lack of care our politicians and governments and they exhibit. You know, you read the last sentence of Lamranaba in tweet or X posting. It reads again, the person I spoke to confirmed that they almost always have similar cases with pregnant women who arrive late at the hospital. These are the government officials. They tell you, say yes, then they call it either do man die or the pikin die. Our government, if you know you cannot treat them when they work at 3.5 hours to come to you, why don't you set up a structure to go there and provide services to these small villages and rural areas? The APC under Neskroma for 11 years did not fix this. The SLPP under Madabio inherited and did not fix it and have done nothing to fix it. Why would their government that would allow the next generation and the youth them for continue to suffer? We don't fail them with unemployment. We don't fail them with education. We don't fail them for getting water, electricity. We don't fail them for getting a good job. The man and the woman wants to start a family. Will they fail them again and contribute to the death of their unborn child? We're not talking the one that will born self when they die. This is unacceptable in 21st century. This is unacceptable in 2024. How could we be so desensitized necessarily that we're not going to feel safe again for these people? You know, I spoke to somebody who told me saying a bond from Sita Chiefdom. A bond for come now the bond government hospital is almost 10 hours by boat. 10. Inside Bond Island. They're not going to speed boat. Now, canoe, where you seek from Sita Chiefdom, you can take them Bond Hospital. Now, 10 hours, now boat. And then you have to buy the petrol for the outboard motor where they run 20 miles an hour. And to crisscross the rivers to come there. Inside the land that we love so well, are beautiful. You see, I want to be very grateful to the man who record this because we have evidence. We support this because I mean here say we go say na political, na partisan. But in our day, it's a failed system. Everything about we in Sierra Leone is a failed structure. This is not APC, this is not SLPP because they don't know what they do. And Eskomaka 11 year, it failed. Bioka 6 year, it failed. Next 4 year, the failure continues. When people die, it's not partisan. Because you know what? People are dying, not only in Falaba, they die in Abond. Pujo Moyamba, Kailan, Cambia, Potloko, Konadugu, Falaba, Karena, Tonkolili. The Sierra Leoneans that they die, my people. How could we allow this to happen in 2024? Now let us look at all the logistics that will happen with this one piece. First of all, take us in the not get health clinic strike out. How government could they not get one health clinic where get one midwife nurse? Now a village to support them when they go knock na the domot say for the midwife na net. That means they're not get no hospital. Nobody ever say you sick there now in that too. You technically live in a death chiefdom. Okay, let's pull on it. 1 o'clock net. Nobody not get motocar in this village. Where they go knock self, go beg the driver, say, do ya. Let's put this woman at the back seat, let we go. Nobody not get keke self. When they go say they go beg the keke. And now so go find what Okada self. Either wheelbarrow self or omolanke. Let's make this woman comfortable in this village. This is how backward Sierra Leone be. It's so backward that we are the protectorate. That we are transporting pregnant women in our hammock. When are 2 people in total. They wrap them like sausage. Whosoever saw that video would know that that child would be affected. The mother's life may be in danger. Salonians, what are we doing and what are we thinking about? I mean, we don't allow politics for change with mindset that the politics is the foundation to every thought process. Decency, responsibility, the basics of life, the right of every citizen, and we, the people of Sierra Leone, means nothing anymore. It don't mean anything to politicians. It don't mean anything to the leaders. I mean, to the health clinic, they say, but I saw that the candidate died. You don't solve the problem. You know, so that the candidate died, that they deliver. You have not solved the problem. I don't mean no Sierra Leoneans for being this type of people. You see, the residue of the Civil War, we never took care of who we are. Sierra Leonean DNA changed after the Civil War. We are not caring anymore. We are hardened as Sierra Leoneans. Then they can say, we don't dead. We don't see die till we don't care about that die now. We don't even know right from wrong anymore as Sierra Leone. And based on your political stand, you choose not to speak up because for fear that you are criticizing the government and your party. You see, as Sierra Leoneans, we have to learn 2 things. We have to learn what is the difference between advocacy, right versus wrong, and that of criticizing the government. This presentation I'm doing, I'm not criticizing. I'm advocating now for the unborn, the way they for die, the 37-year-old woman when they at risk, and for just tell you how failed our government from Anes Kroma post-war Tijan Kaba and President Bio, how they have failed Sierra Leone. We have the resources. They recently give 50 million for ease transportation issues in Sierra Leone. Let me repeat that. They give $50 million grant for ease transportation issue in Sierra Leone. in economics, for who do they like economics? Now the Methodist Boys High School, where I do from 6 a day stop. We have what we call opportunity cost. What you forego for another. And going back to the philosophical doctrines of what is the greater good. It's the question you ask yourself when you are in politics, in government, in leadership. What is important? Sierra Leone has 190 chiefdoms spread out in 16 districts. 190. Don't tell me that the money we put on waka fine for mainly the western area for show and tell, where all man may not get transport, we get keke till they ride on top of themselves, we get okada till they bank themselves, we get taxi till they fodom, we have other buses and privatization. Don't tell me that waka fine is more important than buying 190 ambulances, one for every chiefdom. Don't tell me that. That is transportation by definition of the grant, because we are transporting the marginalized and the needy more so than the energetic and the comfortable within a freedom and other areas who the waka fine with bus. We add more to the congestion and problems. Don't we think about our people and to say what is right is what we need to do? Think about the airport. $300 and some million we don't put Sierra Leone, the albatross around our neck. It is good aesthetically, it looks great. But it could have saved that baby in life today, na Falaba, and saved people alive na Sita Chiefdom in Both District, and saved many other lives who would have fed Kush. Think about Usana Mamide Day right now, a 37-year-old woman. We just lost him baby. Think about the daddy for not picking day right now. We work with the wife for 3 hours. Save the wife, the baby go. It does vex them still and give me kushla, smoke la, die. That's not the right thing, but exactly this is what is happening in our country, that fundamentally we've lost touch with the people and the politicians there. No one excluded. From the APC to the SNPP to our paramount chiefs to everybody, we have politicized all our duties and we have to go lebele instead of doing our jobs. Folks, it's exhausting being a Sierra Leonean. It's tiring. We see some people say, I know I hear about Salone again, I'm fed up. But you know that's not the attitude to take. Because now baby will die, they not deserve for that. And it represents 50, 60, 100 babies that will just die like that in Salone. From villages that could not make it. You can imagine in season if you get me in the camp. When Salone sabi vexo, you can imagine. This is dry season. Imagine what would have happened in the heaviest of rains, na Falaba, that mountainous region, where the rivers where they crossed yesterday or the day before yesterday, would swell 5 feet high, the creeks 3 feet high, the roads them poto. The waka with beloma umbrella no the soak that the carry go. My fellow Salionians, you could tell my frustration as a social advocate for the marginalized people who cannot speak. I decided to do this for two reasons. One, to speak on behalf of those who cannot speak for themselves, and for the legacy of this unborn child and this 37-year-old woman, and the many others that we don't know about. But two is to document and archive history. Because today, tomorrow, then go say, no, it not may ever happen. And so, to you, the citizens of Sierra Leone, we get for fix Salone. So that one, the way na heavily politics. Please don't dig in on your partisan level. We get for bring a unity group from all of these failed systems. Get think tanks to help us. If for easy, forget 190 ambulance na Salone. For one for every chiefdom. Don't tell me it's not possible, it is possible. The cars, the ministers that they drive, the executive fleets, the amount of travels we do abroad, the per diems we take, the overcompensation of parliament, the judiciary and the executive body. We have enough to give to our people. We have enough to take care of Sierra Leoneans. But we see Sierra Leoneans as numbers. We don't even see them as citizens of Sierra Leone. We just see them. Then they, like fall when they pass up and down. I wonder how the member of parliament for Falaba will feel. I wonder how the paramount chief feel today. You know what? They're not feeling nothing because it happens every day. They are so used to it. They say, that God make and God don't take care. That's so God will be. How for do? Those two phrases will get for pull on our vocabulary in Sierra Leone. The phrase of how for do. How for do they promote incompetence in our country. Now so God saying a lie with the life and God. Not also God say. God not been saying, so if you buy an ambulance, not so God tell you not buy the ambulance. If you get a health clinic in the village, not tell me say that's what God say. With all the midwives they hold the trainer us in school, not tell me say nobody not come off Falaba, we go willing for go do internships or for go run a midwife clinic. People of Sierra Leone, we are a failed nation. We are a failed nation. And the question is, what's next? What next problem we will see? We don't see all the bury we own the dog. We don't see how push the ravage the country. We don't see how education, not to all man, get for city exam. Now we see how we kill we own people then. One youth at a time, we are destroying our future. We're not building it. And it pains me to see pre-protectorate, pre-colonial era in 2024 in Sierra Leone that they took sick person in a hammock and work 3 hours. 3 long hours in the middle of the night. Rain or moonshine. It is unacceptable. I cannot even appeal to the government. I cannot even appeal to the conscience of the president anymore. I'm only appealing to myself for my conscience. And if you listen to it, if it appeals to your conscience, just pray for the baby will die and the many babies that will die. And the many babies that will get for die, because many more will die. Because we have nothing in place. Nothing in place. Nothing in place. So if you get typhoid malaria, how do you solve your problems in this district, in this chiefdom, in this locale? If you get seizure, you get belly at you, they bleed. I don't even want to think about it. But to all my fellow Sierra Leoneans, the dark clouds of doom don't permanently hang over Sierra Leone. And that dark cloud don't cloud our vision for hope. But like I could always say, Sierra Leoneans are resilient people. Given the opportunity to do right, given the right people in the right places, I know we shall overcome. And we'll fix Salone from Falaba to Bond, from Freetown to Corner. And may God bless all the way they bring the injustices to light. And may God bless all the way they suffer the injustices of neglect, incompetence, corruption, and nepotism in Salone. And may God bless all those who are praying for hope for a brighter Salone. And may God provide the healers and the doers and the right and straightforward people to give hope to Sierra Leone. God bless you all. Thank you.